Scruggs. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Kansas City, Missouri. Technically Raymore, Missouri. I started playing guitar when I was 12 years old. I started making up my own songs whenever I was like 8. I'd just be sitting in my room making up songs. I wouldn't write them down, but I started actually writing them down whenever I started to learn guitar. Things started happening whenever I was 12, like, and 13, where I wanted to start playing my guitar more. I started getting more inspired by things happening around me, and once I started playing it more and more, I learned that it wasn't too hard. And once I learned a bunch of chords to it, that's whenever I started writing a bunch of songs. And I mean, I got addicted to writing songs. I would just come home from school, and I had this one composition notebook that I would write in. I mean, it's full. And then after that notebook, I just started writing in more notebooks. And I have about 6 or 7 notebooks now that are just pages and pages of songs. And then I would get on the computer and start typing, because I learned that that was a faster way to write songs. And I probably have about 200 songs on the computer saved, and they're not all finished, but they're starts to.
Wow. And then when you start picking up the guitar and combining those together and figuring out your song layout there.
Yeah. I remember the first couple songs, they're just like, I started writing, they're just like basic songs that, you know, they're not really creative in my eyes, but I realized to work around the basics and kind of put in different lines. You know, I didn't want to be typical. I don't think anyone does, but yeah.
What kind of, what genre of music do you consider your most of your writings in? What categories?
Well, I guess it would be country, blues, pop, a little bit of rock, and then my slower songs are just, I guess, acoustic guitar and me singing. I don't know what the genre is called really, but
Rural, Americana. Who are your major influences in music?
You mean musician-wise?
Yeah, who would be your major influences musically? Or?
It would have to be the Dixie Chicks, definitely. From a younger age, I really got inspired by them. And who else? Elvis Presley. He's a really good performer, and he has good songs too. But I don't know. I get inspired by people that are around me and events happening. That kind of just is my major. I like to listen to music a lot, but that's my most.
What do you write most songs about? Just life in general, or?
Yeah, if I'm having a bad day, or if a line pops into my head, a good line pops into my head, I just kind of go from that. And it doesn't even have to have, a lot of times I don't even have a meaning to my songs. I'll just start playing my guitar, and if I think the tune sounds good, then I'll get a line in my head that goes along with that tune, and it'll just progress from there. And then by the end of the song, it's just this song that I didn't even have a meaning for. And it turns out to be like, I'll get lines that pop up in my head after the first one, and they all just kind of go together.
Do you have any certain songs you like to play more than any other songs?
I really like blues. I've only written one blues song, but out of all the songs I've written, I've only written one, and I really, really like to sing and play the blues.
Do you play any covers?
Yeah, I play a lot of Miranda Lambert songs. She's a big influence to me because she's just a badass. But yeah, I play Miranda Lambert, Wanda Jackson. I played some Elvis. I play Little Big Town. Even Justin Mazuka, who nobody really knows, but that's just a different type of genre. I like to play anything.
So all your songs are all written by you. Do you have anybody that co-writes with you, or is it just all your
No, I'll get people that'll have ideas for me to write about, and I'll try to, if I can relate to it, I'll just try to make it my own. I don't really know. If someone gives me something that they've written, then I can't just sing what they've exactly written, but I can kind of change it up and make it my own.
Make it your own.
Yeah, and try to relate to it. Maybe even twist it up a little bit and make it into something different that's more meaningful. Or.
Do you have a set time for rehearsal, or is it more spontaneous?
It's more spontaneous, yeah. Whenever I have time, downtime, I'll just sit in my room. I like to really rehearse when I'm alone, because that's when I think whenever I sound the best. But if my family's there, or my boyfriend's there, I'll play for them and say, hey, does this sound good? And I like to hear feedback. I like to get criticized a lot.
What's been your biggest challenge as far as a musician?
My biggest challenge is probably, which isn't a really big one, I don't think, but since I'm not, I'm pretty new to it, probably thinking of what to say, because I'm not a really big talker when I'm on stage, so I don't know, I just, I don't really tell stories well, but whenever I tell a story in a song, it's just, that's what I'm good at.
A lot easier.
Yeah, it's a lot
inspire you quite a bit.
Huh?
Your audience inspire you quite a bit to play, and
Yeah.
love the interaction with them.
Yeah.
But get that kind of the musician feel of everybody enjoying your music. Have you met any famous musicians lately, or anybody in the like
Yeah, being in Shoals is a lot different than Kansas City, because in Kansas City it's just all these different kind of genres around you, and a lot of them are kind of weird, which is cool. I like to hear different styles and stuff, but in Shoals it's more country, blues, bluegrass, that kind of stuff. I love that style,
and
oh, yeah, musicians.
yeah.
Kelvin Holly, who is the guitar player for Little Richard, he's played with Neil Young, and a bunch of a list probably this long of people he's played with. He's so cool, he's so down to earth. And David Hood, Scott Boyer, Donnie Fritz, and Will McFarlane. Those are some, can't get any cooler than that. Max Russell, he's the nicest guy.
Yeah, he's one great person.
Oh,
He's got a lot of musical history too.
Yeah.
What do you look at the ultimate direction for your music?
For what?
Oh, you got about NC Thurman too.
NC Thurman, yeah. He's actually playing the keys on a couple of my songs.
And you're in the studio working on that right now with him.
With Kelvin, he's doing the guitar, bass.
That's going to be a great CD. Do you have a title for the CD yet? Have you thought of a name for it?
I haven't.
And haven't? Have to get the whole company.
I don't know what it would be yet.
Yeah. So where do you see the ultimate direction of your music heading to? Where would you like it to go?
Well, right now I see it heading, it's just really progressing. It's going really good right now, especially being in Shoals. When I'm in Kansas City, it's more, I'm just sitting at home, But I haven't really got to get out there a lot, but it's really progressing down here. And I'd really like for it to just, I don't know. I want it to just keep progressing and getting, I just want a bigger fan base, and I want to meet more musicians, have a band behind me. I'm still learning a lot about all of it, but it's really fun. The great thing about it is I'll always have it in my life, so, that's what's so cool about music. I don't really care. At this point, I care, but I don't care what direction it goes in, because it's always going to be in my life.
What advice do you have for people who are trying to get into the industry, and any pitfalls, catches, or anything like that, just throughout
try to sing or play guitar like anyone else because nobody wants to hear double of someone. They want to hear something new and fresh. And just pretty much be yourself, and then you'll be cool.
That's great. And is there any one you'd like to acknowledge for your support or throughout your life of music?
My parents, and they really pushed me. Like, I remember I was in 7th grade. That was whenever I started playing my guitar. Like, I was playing it every day for like 3 months straight, and that's whenever I started getting better and better. My mom wanted me to be in band and play flute really bad because she plays the flute. And I told her I didn't want to be in band at all because I didn't want to be nerdy, but I take that back because the people that are in band are some of the coolest people I've learned. But I mean, I told her I kind of made a trade with her, I guess. If I didn't have to be in band, then I'd get a guitar and learn how to play guitar.
What was your first guitar? What kind did you get?
I got an Alvarez.
Alvarez.
And then after that I got it was acoustic. After that I got a Fender electric. And then I got a Gibson acoustic electric. And now I have a new one that I played the other night, a Daisy Rock, and it's pink and glittery. That was the first one I got to buy.
Do you like the sound of it better than the other ones, or is it just more comfortable to play with?
I really like the sound of the Gibson and the Fender, but I mean, they all have different sounds, so it's just whatever I feel like playing.
Yeah, they're all unique in their own way.
Yeah. The Daisy Rock is smaller, so it's easier to carry for me. I'm not that strong.
Is there any last words you'd like to say, or tell us about any websites you might have coming up, or?
If you want to hear my music, I'm gonna be putting some new songs on there pretty soon. Go on reverbnation.com/Nicki Scruggs, or you can go to my Facebook page and like my fan page. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. That was a great interview with you, and hope that you do well here in the Muscle Shoals area, and hope to hear you out. I've got 5 videos of her that you'll be able to see on the page after this interview. So stop by and see her, or catch her on your Facebook page. Do you have a regular friends page, or do you have a Facebook page?
I have both. You can add me on either one.
Okay, and that's Facebook /Vicky Scruggs?
Nicki Scruggs.
Nicki Scruggs, I'm sorry. Well, I'm good. So it's Nicki Scruggs, no numbers or anything else like that.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate it, and thank you very much.